Am I the a-hole for keeping my distance from my family despite them reaching out to me? So I, 26F, have been no contact with my parents and my two siblings since I turned 18. The relationship breakdown happened 4 years prior to that, but I didn't have the option to leave, so we lived in a hostile environment for 4 years. The reason for the relationship breakdown was my parents' last foster, now adopted, kid. My parents fostered since I was 2, and my brother wasn't even born yet. My siblings and I developed pretty good relationships with most of them. There were a few who didn't fit great, but they never stayed long-term. Our safety and comfort was supposedly always the priority. When I was 11, a new girl, Stevie, who is also 11, started in my school, and she did not like me. I never really knew why. It was an instant dislike thing for her, and when we were asked to say hi, she refused to say hi back to me. It was me and another girl, but she was more pissy looking at me. She bullied me, and the dislike became mutual. My parents and siblings knew. They spoke to a couple of my teachers once or twice when things escalated with Stevie. When I was 13, my parents brought Stevie into our home and told me they were fostering her and they wanted me to try and make it work because this poor girl has never had a stable home or foster family and she has no biological family. I told my parents I didn't like that they brought her home to us, and they told me they understood we had our issues but she needed us, and that they knew I was an amazing girl and would show her the love I showed the other kids. My siblings grew to even love Stevie and her them, I think. But we still disliked each other, and it was tense with us in the same room. She'd still express her dislike and was adamant she never wanted to sit next to me or stuff like that. My parents would tell her we should try to work it out, and I was willing. We got into a fight when we were both 14. She was mad that I had showered when she wanted to and told me to move my fat ass. I told her to leave me alone, and I went into my room and got changed. She waited outside my room and started yelling that I should have asked her before getting a shower, and how dare I keep her out when she had places to be. I told her to fuck off. We ended up fighting downstairs in front of everyone, and she told me she wished she could punch me, and I told her I wished she would, because I wouldn't have to deal with her anymore. She then poked fun at the fact 2 of the boys in our grade had mocked my appearance and said I was the least dateable girl in school. I asked her what her problem was, and she said it was always me and she was tired of dealing with me. I told her I wish my parents had left her where they found her, and it was no wonder nobody kept her because she was just an evil B***TCH, and we'd all be better off if she was thrown back into multiple homes. My parents and my siblings all took her side. They told me I went too far, and they were furious that I didn't regret saying it to Stevie. I told them it was true, that I couldn't stand her and wished they'd send her away for my sake, and I didn't care what happened to her after that. From that day until the day I left, they expected me to regret it and apologize and to make amends with Stevie. My parents even adopted her when we were 16. I refused to go to court with them, and I told them I would not celebrate them making her my sister. My parents told me they were disgusted by my treatment of Stevie, and I should have had more patience with her instead of wishing her away. My parents said as long as I refused to accept a member of my family, I would be kept out and to forget about assistance from them with college. After I moved out, there were no attempts for years to make contact with me. It was only in April when that changed. My brother reached out first, followed by my sister, and then they sent messages on behalf of our parents, all on socials. They said they heard I was graduating and wanted to know more and come to support me as a family. I left them on read. They tried a few more times, and I did the same. Then I got a call from my mom, who got my number from a relative a couple of weeks before graduation, and she wanted me to speak to her. I told her I had nothing to say and to go and enjoy Stevie because I was done. I blocked the number she called from and went and confronted the relative who gave my number to Mom. The relative defended herself and said this had gone on long enough. I told her she had no business doing that and she knew I wouldn't be okay with it. Since then, I had the child of said relative, aka another relative, tell me I was being an antisocial weirdo for blaming her mom and then for refusing to work things out with my family. It stung to hear because I feel like everyone expects me to just forget the Stevie stuff, or maybe my family even expects me to apologize and make nice with her. I didn't even ask. I talked to friends, and they were all on my side. But of course they would be, right? I asked another relative and they were on my side, but they're not close to my family at all. I hate second-guessing myself, but I see no way back with my family, and I don't know if that makes me what that other relative said, or not. Am I the a-hole?